Good morning, guys. Got to do a bit of maintenance work on the lights here. I'll just switch them on. They're both working at the moment. This one is intermittent. There we go. I've changed the bulb in it several times, and it isn't the bulb. I've actually taken it out and had a look, and it's the wiring on the back. Looks like there's a bit of darkening on it, so I don't think it's making a good connection. So I'll put the camera on a tripod and we'll have a look at it. First thing we'll do is we'll take that fuse out, because that fuse is just this light circuit, because it's actually fed off the mains feed. So mains feed through the fuse to the lights, because normally the lights are on a separate circuit anyway. So we'll do that. We'll take the fuse out. I'll actually probably put a meter on it to double check. You can probably see it is flickering. As soon as I stopped filming, the light went out entirely. So that one's still on and that one's gone out. First thing we'll do is pop that fuse out. I would normally actually switch it off first. I want to demonstrate the light goes out when I pull the fuse out. £13 amp. If you just want to change the little bulb, then this little glass cover comes off. There's a little gap under the back here. There you go. So I'll put that to one side so it doesn't drop out while we're working on it. Then this piece, you wouldn't normally pull this bit out. Just to change the bulb, you just reach in there. I'll just pull it out anyway, now that it's cooled down a bit. That's the bulb, little halogen bulb. You're not really supposed to touch them with your fingers because it gets grease on them. Right. And I think it's that wire there. The electrician's left us a fair bit of slack. On the same lights above the kitchen, the other side of the kitchen, it's actually this connector that's playing up. So I might spray a little bit of contact cleaner in there just in case. But when I was looking at it last night, I came to the conclusion it's actually in here. It might well just be that there, because I'm wiggling these wires and they don't seem to be moving at all. So it might just be that again. Put that back in there. Put the bulb back in there. It's quite a loose fit. I'll put that fuse back in again. Turn it off. Fuse in. This is going to be bright. Okay. Just wiggling that. That does seem to be okay now. It may just have been that connector then. Okay, I think I'll put it back together. Okay. I was thinking I was going to have to dig in the back of the connectors there and re-terminate the wires. Just put the light back on again. Yeah, nothing. Which makes me think it is at this end. All right, we'll have another look. All right, back to my first thought. I think it is the connectors in the back of here. Because just wiggling, I've got it disconnected now, but just wiggling this, it works and it doesn't work. So I think it's this end, the connector that's buried in there. Right, a bit more light here. That's the impression I get. That's just a loose fit in there. Can we get that out without breaking everything? Oh, right, okay. Well, there's no loose wire there. As I say, that's not exactly tight. Well, the only thing I can think of doing at the moment, let's go closer, is maybe just try to crush down the top of that brass tube thing to make it grip better. Because I expect it's spade ended or something, so you push it in and you can't pull it back out again into the plastic moulding. So yeah, I'll just try and poke a needle or something down on top of it to crush it a bit more, see if that'll give us a better grip. All right, yeah, I'll just push the top of it down with a needle to crush that brass tube a bit, see if that grips a bit better. When we push, that makes it a much tighter fit. somewhere in my wall there must be the transformer buried, because this is 12 volts, as it shows you on there. 12 volts, 20 watts. And obviously it's been fed from 250 volts. So there must be a transformer buried in the wall there somewhere. Or up behind the cupboard, more likely. Just show that goes round there and then round there to secure it. And again, it says 12 volts, 20 watts on there. Right, back in. Stick that fella back in there. Go and try it out. Right, plug it back in again. Point it away from us. Turn it on. Ah, right, nothing. Oh, this is getting very frustrating. Well, it was working just now. Okay, so where is the power supply hidden? It's going to be up on top of the shelves, I think, up on top of the cupboards. Right up there. Right, looking at the top of my cupboards. I think that's what we're looking for up there. Okay. See if we can drag that out. That's a better view. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking for. That's the transformer. And that's the plug and socket arrangement. And just trying to get them out from there, they fell out. I had to squeeze my hands in there and retrieve them. They look to me like they're supposed to clip on there. And they're not quite doing it. Anyway, now that I've wiggled them around, that one's working and that one's not working. All right, I'll leave the camera down here. I'll adjust the tripod a bit. Right, and I'll go and change the plugs at the top. Right, both working. So, it looks like that was the problem. The plug and socket connector at the top, not anything that I had to do down here. Which is funny, because I should have remembered that, because that's exactly the problem I had over this side. That one's tucked up over there. So, fixed. I'll put it all back together now. All back in place. Put the light on. It's going to be bright. Yep, that seems to have been the problem. Up there. Not down there. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.